yavuye si yaleta aba coordinators be yabasima yavuga motoka yagenda Honorable Kamukama akantera n'uburuta akabubazi yagamba Victor Nkisano tusingi nyoni nkutabaru kusigikire kimbaini akaruwo tulire kandi tinyine nekizibu n'abantu abanyanga butinyine nabo kizibu yantere simo Honorable Davis Kamukama yagamba utende ene complaint akaruru
nchwamu yabataka
Honorable Mugarama nawe akakiriza akaruka musingira of course yagamba ngasoko habere
nkabunga mpura nabazamu irregularities and want to irregularities
atiwe niwe kambente lo sifevi ojo itwa tora kuiba tuti itu kandi boss wa
akasente
kato usende Nrm chairperson munywani we na abandi abari bawireke bamurabize emirundi ebiri ba registrars the same registrars bakamurabyaho. It is the same team the last time no murundi ugunde it is the same team ya marabizeho ati waragamba utango hati yaba.
I think it is said you dished a lot of money
not
in the last week. You are among the people.
Of course buri muntu nabaza but iyo kawole mfield amazimu kanogamanye ebi oli nabaza kwekwasizaho kwesimba baitu I don't think I had a very good manifesto.
True.
And we also did put in a lot of effort. Tukagenda cyaro twasoborora abantu ngambiro bino betegekere yito kugenda cyaro ukagamba slogan yemu ukagamba mugorobe hakaje umuntu ndi akasobora abantu cyo kwenda kubakora akaboleka najya kibakorata abantu ezuwe bene nibamanya kandi ngo bakakoma ku kigambo kimu Satan slogan. You are coming in the field. Kuba mkaguza manifesto y'abantu ujagana mu field niyo gusoko utegemanyi.
I went there as a journalist but
yeah, but journalist
the last 2 days I was in Russia.
You should be the one. I'm sure kuba mkaguza nkaragani you know at least 1 or 2 items.
I know.
Hata kuba mkaguza mu brain harumuke umanyiremu. Because me people have been even discussing my manifesto even in Fort Portal here na Kamwengi
even me here
discussing agamba kintu kinaje kikorata wacha chikora data kintu kija kora kita so no people are engaged in debate ugama ngo what am I going to do, how am I going to do it, but abandi we are not seeing the same debate we are not seeing the same discussions so hinkyoleka ngo abantu bamaze kwetegereza ngo for them to give you a vote you must promise them something, you must be capable of doing something, you must be serious. So it's contributing muno. Why did so many women support me? It's because they want ultrasound scans. Mbamanyi kibakora bamu mu marwaro nibamanyi kubakubona bona no kuzara so ati yoli abaraganiza skani kandi tozo baraganize hata na abandi je kurora in the region tora natandike kintu ekyo you put it on record. In the next election, Western region yona ba MPs baje kuraganiza scan. Kandi baje no kuzireta. Yes. You know, a leader is supposed to influence people to achieve the intended goal. My intended goal is we must contribute towards our healthcare system. Nkabantu. You have already contributed to the University of Kubanza. Uganda yona East Africa so by doing that the supply of human resource for health in the region is more than enough. So they are working everywhere even at the supply is big so the gap I have closed it but it doesn't run later idea a ultrasound scan which is a very big problem. Omuntu wabuli apao na twalienda na malimizi mwenda atagenda kano musikani narugira mucya ngo akumalira no sanga ngo tamanyire no mwana munda aliata betiyo wao kiza no musikani murundi yake
etano
no mwana ko ine issue nobukimanyira ari okusemezebwa nobukimanyira ari abaliki nobukimanyira so AJD tekaijaga mu politics hano abantu bekere bayisibira muri akuleta ambulance
izo kutwara abantu marona
abantu baragena kiwe tusazi no getting politics of ideas if you can contribute to society how can you do it and which area already have influenced hatuneja kurana abakinzo bakasukwa they are going to buy scans and take them to hospitals and people going to get better nakaburo they are going to do it hizo bunyanga butukitandikire so nororangu obukutandika ku peninga abantu obwongo korora kore ibintu ebisobora kuyamba abantu baraba koiro buru how do you help them out because we want these voters alive we want more voters to be born to vote us in the future so akaruka itu basically bunyanga butimpirira omuntu we nagabanyibiri hakuba umaya akaruka alaini oboko kwibira no kimanya oko kwibira no kimanya kana oko batakwibira no kimanya hako jogenda polling station abaleni yaho imbere abantu babiri hati yo buruno bubwira hati nywa polling station yange bulinda nka bururu bisatu 15 o yanyongira umugarama yo bururu musanzu and everyone saw hati yo bururu musanzu rese mugango bakwibira
even you call journalists to witness
abanyamakuru balo mutere register mbere komera register nzizo bazisome abantu batere line murole hati yao no manyera kimu no bukano bungaruka independent mpaka nibakuri hakwa bali abakomere nibongero numba mukomo hati yo no buru mutwaro gumune nkomisatu wali no buru mutwaro esatu mu miyezi isigere no convince ngota abantu bali abandi kwinuka komere automatically mbabamba mbongera tukukoma
mukakomesa abana bamasomero
but Nrm Primaries busa umuntu omo a particular person or akukora anything special no sanga chikozero mugarama nicho chikozero Victor nicho chikozero Brian nicho chikozero World habo kuba we are voting on the same polling stations kwero ko abantu bole no bikirizi kutamwa abana bakasigara bakorerira
not really
iyo no kikujaketa ngunyobo leni yange nitamwa abana mu yaha mu bakuru bo bale no bikiriza abana abakujyama tubakutera
as the team Kalen's Victor, were not affected by the common problem that happened in the whole region, DR reforms. People are really complaining about missing of results. As a member of NRM,
Bunyangabo, I want to commend the Electoral Commission, NRM Bunyangabo. People were very creative and vigilant, the voters. Hawokuba mbele DR forms alizitali bakazi photocopying. At least to me in Bunyangabo tukaba twine DR forms zone. Bunyangabo yakize butinkiwa ine yomuno. Ito tukazitunga kandi mbele za alizitali baziprintinga ningira mbele za abuzire bakenda kuyibara mu bururu. It was deliberate. It was a deliberate effort. Kuibo bururu within Bunyangabo we were perfect.
He was reflecting on how the NRM primaries were. Now we want to go into your manifesto. I did not get a chance of hosting you here to talk about it. You've done a lot of things using your own money, can say that. Didn't you do this just to convince people for elections or for votes governmentic? I persuade abantu basokwa mampeza karuru because a lot of people are using it.
What did you expect me to do to get votes?
Talking to people as other candidates. Kubazanabo, vote for me.
But we're all talking.
But before you went an extra mile.
They did not talk.
Before you went an extra mile, you've put a picture. A picture in the next elections. Young people with your brains but with no cash will not get a chance of competing in an election.
I don't think so. You know, I'm a very bright person, don't you?
I know that.
You know, I was able to articulate so many issues. I was able to come up with a very good manifesto that people voted me for. And I have a conviction that that's the reason people voted for me. So people they need services, and you know there's a public-private partnership, government policy. Mbere omuntu okusobora kuyambera no yamba, why not? Itwena kutwali twesimbere ba Honorable Peace wakumbeka boreholes, ba Sara Kabarokole wakumbeka bridges, ba Brian wakumbeka wakaleta culverts. Bunyangabo has been different. Bunyangabo bagorera muno kera network ebindu mu
no kera ni aba besi.
Bunyangabo politics is intense kind politics of ezokuyamba abantu no kuboleka ngo ibikubaza no sobora kubikora ko. Umanya haro kubaza haro
and make put into action.
Yes. Unlike other regions, Bunyangabo abantu balimbagamba tuoleke kyo kujja kukora. Of course you know that I can make a very good MP. I know the policies, I know the issues, I'm educated, I know leadership, I'm a PhD fellow of institutional management and leadership, and you know I can monitor government projects, I can participate in making laws. But on top of that, we have other ways we can help.
Social obligations.
Social obligations. Ondani sora gamba hati nyo sentes wakumpa kugura matoka, maybe my university can buy for me a car. But sentes warampa kugura matoka, I can help mothers and children abakuzarwa ngule ultrasound scan machines, nzite mwarwaro, ntunga barazoperatinga, abantu baije batungo buherezo obu, because government policy. By the way, I'm going to be very serious on government policy. Hakinto cha ultrasound scans. It is something that the government probably has ignored. To have a health center 4 without an ultrasound scan, to have even a health center 3, I am told that allow nikiriza kuzaza. Nikiriza kuikiriza kutauskana. That is, what kind of thing is that? We need this kind of debate in parliament. We are losing so many mothers. We are losing so many children because of that kind of policy. Every health center city in the whole country must have an ultrasound scan and a sonographer. It is the first thing that we are parliament, by the way.
It should not even be a prior Kisemeri
na kisava. Tosobora kuikiriza health center city kuzaza utatere ultrasound scan. Owakuzaza na manyata ngo mwana munda tayikikire ndali yukupi. Na manyata ngo muntu agamba sindika alishuwa omuntu ugasemeye kusindika ko. Hati yekyo I am going to dirima hiraki ni kuja kutwara for Toro region na Uganda yona. These are very cheap machines, 30-40 million. The government can afford that. Pasa bukaunde. Kuyawo tikigizere owakitwarayo akakibaliriza.
Nyangabo, you need less than 1.5 billions to have them.
We just need 15 of them. Not even less. We just need
less than a billion.
We need what? 450 million.
Millions. Less than a billion.
450 million. Gombora, it's a green ultrasound scan, and the lives will be saved.
Kabrola and Nyanga, we need 1 billion.
Yeah. So why wouldn't we have them? Habukwati tugizire abakazi tebagizirira keryo. Hatinyo walimbya health. Ibi bima bintu tukugama twenda kuma abantu abasobora kubaza, abantu abasobora kurora those issues tukazitwarayo, you know, kandi tukazibaliriza passionately, tukasobora na government why they need to do that urgently. Ebintu bitu nizo nsongezo ezo kutwara mu parliament. So nyo ko muntu nsobora kugamba through my university and other businesses they have, maybe kuyamba Bunyangabo. But the problem is not only in Bunyangabo.
It is a national problem.
Is national, right? And the country is able to do that. You know, this country doesn't have a PET scan as we talk right now. So muntu okuwa orwele wa cancer tosobora kumanya stage kero, tosobora kumanya type hakuwa PET scan. Kiyo machukuru muno tinkalire debate about it in parliament. nkabura recently ngo bakoze sente ku kigura after we had talked to some of the members kino kintu mbanyate mukine. So hari ibintu bingi ebya government enagisiza amaiso kandi biri kurusho muno, biri very crucial. Biri very crucial ebitwino kuba nitutwara into bazaho. So ebintu ebitukozere mu campaign, it is, I think it's a new trend is in politics whereby the society is expecting abantu abisimbiri kugira ebintu ebakora, and we literally have no choice. Hatiyo ole baragamba abantu nokikakyaro nosanga abantu tubayina ku maizi ni barubata kilomita 5 kutaha maizi bayino mulikondo gukafu. No mulikondo gukorwa nka politician. Hati abantu nogamba rero tugenda kukoma, but we are sick. Tuhe mitwara 5 tunywa maizi then tukukoma kandi mitwara 5 uzini. What do you do if it were you?
If us give people
so ragamba abantu mufu yabokuba nitino bunda bahatano wale simbo wateinemu alebwa tabalmoha. Hati what do you do first? You know, no manya opportunity cost. You know it because of economics.
I did entrepreneurship, but you know
what is the opportunity cost?
Which are discussing. You want me to take me back to classes? I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not an economist.
Alternative for going when choice is made. So no gamba ngo kuyamba bano abantu nokutabayamba ekirungi nikya. So osanga ngo no gamba le kamba yambi, it is osora ko tabayambo kagamba ngo ngunda tabayambire ondo walija ijagamba tabayambire tubakoma bitu kandi owajuniro bomezi wo muntu nabali beta. So ubuntu uko tukozera bunyangabo itwe na besimbire done a few things. Tubukozera not because basically we need votes, but ukweka mbyaro kiza you cry.
People are
doing badly.
I've been there.
People are doing very badly. Nkagenda katewa ensozi ziri kuli abantu babahimbera akagali a stretcher kezokura bahimbera mabumpirezo. Hati yo kuti is gold hagomba cyasibiye biti kutahumurwe.
It is one of the questions that I had prepared for you. What specific plan do you have for mountainous areas? Because it has been a challenge all over the country. Mountainous areas. I think last time you saw in some parts what nurses go through to become Marwar. As a health expert, as an entrepreneur, you know, you can think of other alternatives. Which specific plan do you have for these mountainous areas in the whole country? You're national member of parliament.
I think these people need affirmative action. Niyetaga korora bayambe bo mulingo gwemaganiza. Hauko amazima gali bizigo bibene byemaganiza. Nkagenda mu sub county nkabukara ni bunyangabo. Tabaina rugudu. They cannot sell their crops and yet they need money to survive. Tabaina masanyarazi. Tabaina drop ya maize. They don't have a secondary school. They have only one primary school that is shared by Kasese and Bunyangabo. They are also children in this country. They are also mothers in this country. They are also human beings. Just here in Bunyangabo. Such a people need a voice. Kandi obu nhurtaru Nrm wabairo kuno aba rebel no baiserekaga before Nrm came to power. So ikinkyoleka kintu kakuba abantu abatunga a good voice okuoleka scenario. If I get an opportunity of sitting with the president, which I think I will get, tinkuza kumsaba into kukwata onyo kalenje Victor like other people do. I will have to explain to him lifestyle ya abantu abanyangabo nezuwe bakurabamo. Such a people. Abana abamanya. Na amanya ino kumanya yo. ebintu ebyantu abakwenda tibiri na bingi hata kuta health center phone ikusinga singa. You think the government can't afford? But we've not had a floor of parliament never discussing how such particular problem.
You are going into you are going to put on the shoes. You are going to represent a constituency that has got at least apart from this term in your you've been having an influential leader at a national level and currently is working as a clerk to parliament. Mutuzo has been a minister for some good time. They have failed to achieve that. How is Kalens going to influence these things?
It depends on the approach. What approach have they been doing? We are different people with different abilities. Iyo tolinyo na nyeti ndiyo nolitaliyo. Buli muntu ine weaknesses and strength. Well, I might be a good negotiator. Tuwarona kuuza economics calculator tabu. Hatu ni kumanya ngunde very good. No manya sometimes when you bring the business approach into leadership, ne yambaho. Because you are able to kuramuza. Tinkumanya approach ki ya Honorable Rufaka na kozesa. Tinkumanya approach ki ya Honorable Peace Abeli na kozesa. And the situations also matter. So no sanga ngo. You know, one of the things, the challenges between Nrm region is our leaders being disunited. It is a very big problem. But unkura abantu abakwasira flag unkura Honorable Margaret Muhanga, she's a very good lady. Unkura Kasukali Chenjojo is a very good gentleman.
Kamuli Kutesa.
Unkura
Mwenge South.
Mwenge South. I'm not so much. Unkura Pamela Hanu.
Frank Tumwewaze.
She's a very good person. So nosanga ngo ekima bintu tusemeri gukora urgently. Either tujya chikoro tuno turamara kwata flag. I intend to call these people. Ngo muntu. Maybe we get a coffee together. Tugambe hata bojo twaje kugenda kwata flag tusobora kurabamu. What should we ask for? Nuso kusanga ndufa kama nakora wenga. Nuso kusanga pisa kama nakora wenga. Nuso kusanga Alexia kama nakora wenga. But I'm very sure obutora kora team eyabembezi ba Toro region. Aba kubazira ke limu kuramuza kwetu na amani ngagenda koraki. Kuyongera. So tugenda tukabaza hinsozi kuruga karangura kugendera kimukuri as Toro region MPs. And even if kakwa muntu akusaba president kutumitinga in a special way. So wakutachukura parliament. But if we ask the president kutumiting tukamugamba kini is what we need for the mountains, kini is what we need for Toro region, kini is what we need, and this is so endamuza nehindukamu.
Two questions. Should
Yes.
we see the revival of Toro parliamentary
Definitely
caucus?
a very powerful one. A very powerful one. We are going to do it. We are going to have a very powerful Toro parliamentary caucus. A very powerful one that is very serious. You get to kuramuliza Toro. You wait and see. Because when I look at the people, where I think we should be able to see it. We are going to be able to see it.
Should we say? Should we expect Toro development agenda?
Definitely. Definitely. Kanyongambire kasita abantu ba Toro babazira ki limu. Tukabanza tukikara tukamanyira bizibuke bitwini. Tukatunga alternative answers to these problems. Tukatunga forum mbere tora valize ibintu. Things are going to change. We also have to involve other stakeholders in the Toro Kingdom. Toro Kingdom has not been so active in working with politicians to make sure the Toro agenda is achieved. But I talked to the Prime Minister, to the Deputy Prime Minister. I see they are positive, development-minded individuals. So I'm very convinced that of Toratunga, a very powerful parliamentary caucus in Toro region. Tukaikara museum with Toro Kingdom. tukaikara hamezemu with the Toro religious leaders. Tukagira iraka limu erimu almost ensonda zone za Toro tukakore ikintu ekirikiti. Uja kuri mbaganizi yarabo hano. Things are going to change.
You are going to into a parliament that has already put a plan for the next 5 years. That is National Development Plan, and before. And we see ebintu bimwe bya Toro. They are not a priority. And at most of the time, that is what the country considers when making a budget. How are you going to influence that? Government already collected miaka 5 we tend to achieve this.
You know, politics play a very big role in policy implementation. So it will depend on how do we play politics. Some of these developmental plans are just on paper, but the president has the capacity to even change that. He's the fountain of honor. Whether it is in the developmental plan or not. Am I lying?
It's true.
So it will depend on how do we play our politics to be a priority. Hata ekizano kya kibwa, ekizano kya hoime kibombekere mu development plan cyali kirumu.
Not at all.
Kala harimo kya buhinga kiri kija mukita. How do those people play their politics? Hatu wembe tikiwere kizanira. Tikira rulengo rwensi yona.
International.
Iyo buhinga ecyanyu kirinka. So how did you play your politics? So wagera development plan yeri hapepa, but development plan yeri ha ground. So I am very sure Kakuba tuikara tukara how we are going to play our politics. Tour is going to be a priority in the national development agenda. For as long as we remain disunited, for as long as we continue voting weak leaders who are not able to say their brains out, for as long as we continue voting according to tribe, bribery, buying votes and all that, and we end up having incompetent leaders together cooperating with government.
You've talked about something, weak leaders. Do you want to say that in the current parliament, Toro, we've been represented by weak leaders?
I don't want to make that statement, and I don't think you will not make me say it. What I'm saying is that we need leaders that can do better. How many times did the Toro parliamentary caucus sit? And if they sat, what did they discuss? Do you know?
I really don't know. I've made research. I've made research about it.
We must know. Hati you are a journalist. You are highly informed. You are a very intelligent man. What do you know about our Toro
parliamentary caucus?
What have they been discussing? So the fact that our leaders have not been able to bring these leaders together and have a very serious caucus, that's why we're saying we need better as a region. They put up they have to put a spirited fight. You really see them, you feel them in the parliament. These Busoga people, you feel them.
Actually, parliamentary caucus.
You feel them, that they are there. No bahura in terms of policy, no bahura in terms of laws, no bahura in terms of so many things. Kakuwa turakuriki ikintu. Even that policy can be adjusted. It is not cast on stone. That development agenda can be adjusted. It is not cast on stone. So what I think is we need to sit and see how do we play our politics as a region. How do we play our politics as Munyangabu? Ito Munyangabu will determine. Tutahamuno muntaro. Edo C5 takukoragana na MP, takukoragana gamna dufu ya gambaga dufu mwakana mlemesa for everything, dufu abantu wa munaga. Then Beija, they had a very strong relationship na peace na Kamkama. It broke down, I think, a month after the election. They were not seeing eye to eye. ati onaga peace no nandwanisa kama no nandwanisa. We cannot develop as a region if leaders from the same constituency cannot see eye to eye, cannot sit with the district councils, cannot sit with the district management team, the DHOs and others, to see how a leader can help them. So hati yeki nicho tukwenda kugamba ngu are we able to sit with all stakeholders in a district and agree on what action we need to take between in a district and even in a region. We've not got that opportunity. I think for the last 15 years in Geto Nyangabo, it has been fighting after fighting. LOC5 beating RDC fighting with this, minister fighting with this, on LOC5 fighting with that. So because of that, those fights, we have lost a lot. And that is what, before we even come up with very good manifestos, this is what we need to work on urgently. Kakubaitwena tuchukora mba district gate, Nyangabo nyobo na chukora, Fort Portal wakachukora, Amarora wakachukora, Chenjo wakachukora. Tumazile kupolishinga these teams in districts. These polished teams kaikara at a regional level. Ora hure kila watora.
Oh, and Mr. Honorable Kalens Victor. The reason why I'm calling him Honorable, in Toro here, most people who take flags, 90% you're already in parliament.
Ya karun tuja kali. Tengere makuru wago.
Atenyi,
wajito Nyangabo. 99% ya watu wana wale yellow book. Whoever is in the EC register is also in Nrm register. So maybe 10% no watalumu. So if they make a decision, that's the reason that decision.
Briefly, something about health. Last time you called me in a press conference, you had partners from Egypt about the Cancer Institute. How far with it?
Cancer is a very big problem in the country. And I think it needs to be discussed about urgently, even in parliament. One, what I want to do as an individual, is to make sure we at least get cancer centers in regions. Our seasonal treatment of cancer is majorly concentrated in Kampala, the Cancer Institute, which is a very big problem. Abantu wakwenda palliative care, kuja kufwa, kwenda kubudabudibwa mulingo kubaganiza a service that should probably be at the Cancer Institute at regional level. Abantu batakusobora genda mu Cancer Institute hakuba leni eriyo ya amani muno. So kakuba ntwaliraka kusaba, if I'm allowed to discuss it, kugamba ngo at least we decentralize.
You will take it as a private member's bill?
Definitely. We decentralize cancer treatment at regional level. Buhinga tugitunge, but I think they could even be having it. They are always ahead of us. They run faster. So if one can go in the north and in the east, mkumuntu wararwara kuruga bundubujo, kienjojo, kasese, kamwenge, ine kizibu kia cancer, at least atungo ujanja kuruga hii. Hakuwa cancer is one terrible disease. That you suffer from cancer kuja kufwa ufere miaka mukaga etano no kuja kukira the same process. So kwa ramu togena kwa naja Kampala weekly, monthly, kuruwazo muntu kekara ikimu, it is almost impossible. Hati ulo wa ikarayo agamba mungaremuka no yakuwe na kera wa mara mwezi gumu agamba mungaremuka mfwe. And we've lost so many people who could even have survived. So ikikima bintu mkwenda kugenda kuwazaho seriously. Then two, nko using my connections press conference in we are trying to make a partnership with a very big, one of the biggest hospitals in Africa, ayibakweta Shifa Oman, ku janja wa cancer y'abana n'abantu bakuru. we are trying to make a partnership with Finn's Medical University and Great Lakes International Hospital, my hospital, you know it. Korora ngu tuwalete kitongole ekikumu treating cancer at an advanced level. Omanyi litu tukyali enyuma in terms of treatment technology. Hati abantu bali mu stem cell transplant, it were still looking for a PET scan. Hati bali mu kuse technology yokujanjaba cancer using stem cell. I don't think we have it here.
You don't.
So kakuwa nkora partnership na abantu wabo bakaleta service hano mu region. Kuja kusanga na Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania ndio kutunga treatment hano using that advanced technology. So it is something, of course, in manyo undafuka MP na waiting ekwaraki ugenda kudiscussinga na investors ngabagamba my president has ono kumpo wa minister, you don't
let's pray for it. I saw that
ati umudari ugo bukozi nogera nje kuongera ko kamudari akimanyira am a very hard working person. So we novaza with that kind of capacity na invest in bakura kurona. So I'm going to put a lot of effort kurora twa wadire kite cha cancer kutunga regional treatment centers. Then nanye as an individual in my investment, I'm trying to build a cancer institute. I've already procured the land, I've already gotten the investors. So nimanyo kutularuga mu Karuru. It is one of the areas I want to concentrate on.
You belong to the NRM party. Most people of your kind, liberal people, after going to Changwanzi, you come back when you are totally changed.
I am not in opposition, and the country needs development. I think our president is a listening president. Kugenda Changwanzi, it is majorly a leadership college that majorly emphasizes on ideology of NRM. And I think the ideology of NRM is to bring development to the people. So my ideas can always be achieved through different fora. If I get an opportunity of sitting with the president, I will use it. If I get the opportunity of sitting with other investors, I will do that. If I get the opportunity of mobilizing society to participate in bringing development, I will do that. It is not necessarily that we are going to parliament to make noise. There are different fora, approaches as to to achieve the intended goal. And the intended goal is to make our district better. Yes.
It was a pleasure hosting you. Nikusaba osima abantu ba Bunyangabu ongoro basaba Karuru ati.
Nienda kusima abantu ba Bunyangabu muntire challenge ya amani muno haboko busagiki obo mumpaire nyomba nyira campaign zange za style campaign za bulikiro. Nyombere najaga kutera campaign bampe embuzi, bampe enkoko, bampe bitoke, bansembera omukaro, bazina ngozi zibanyolekera abantu ba Bunyangabu. Needs to be documented. Yeah, it is even documented. I'm going to write a book about it because, well, you are saying abantu batene sente okugeza okwesimba abantu ba Bunyangabu balidingire we kuoleka society, it is not all about money. Ndona taona kanse kagambo tatwana 10 tukwetaga na kasera kawo and we are going to work with you tukarubata abantu ba Bunyangabu yona ikagantu wagamba na sente tatu what we need is service. Bakansembere mbuzi 10 hatano bakazibaha footpot
nekuko batazifuni betunya abantu bagendaga bagamba Victor idea zao nungi muno kwata nakabuzi ugendo usarole basoroza na sente hakiya. That extraordinary love teri ya bulikiro. So abantu ba Bunyangabu nimbasima kandi ekinkubaraganiza ebimwe bintu ebinkani mbaza mu campaign ebinkwenda gukora ninja kubikora ko nebintu byone binabalize ndeja kumara tamu yange muri mumpaire myaka 5 ningenda kubikora
hekima bintu ekinkwenda kutaho ekikugenda kuyamba ole wataina sente oba enogamba kakuba nyija ebintu ebindaganize nkabikorako nyenja nayo kizo walija kwesimba abantu bakujja gamba ngo abembezi nywene nibyo mubazi ebyo abantu bajogamba Victor Kisimba bunyanga busakani yaziretaku irwali ya kansa yareta mu parliament yabaze yatabirino iteka yatondalino iteka kandi basareza abana basomako abana 10 mbali abayasomeseze hati nayo boreja with the same ideas people will listen bitu sazino tugenda kubaza mu byaro hurul na gamba inyo nuko mbaza muti inyo nuko mbaza muti
kashotoku ya
tuhaka akotoire tukaliye naiwe oragendo kuli byao but I'm very sure when I perform when I fulfill okay. So when I fulfill what I have promised when I fulfill what I have promised no walija with the same ideas bali muhuriza kandi bamusanyike so nimbasima mwe bali mu
It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
I wish you success.
Thank you.
Yes. Until we meet tomorrow in the Morning Star program, Akaruru, Kiro on Thursday we shall be here and our eyes will be in the rural areas, mostly Bunyangabu and Kabrole as we give you live broadcast of the elections. A very good morning.